Okay, guys. For a lot of things. One, yes, I'm tall. Why am I tall? I have no idea. Actually, it's kind of weird. Two, yes, I'm in this room. Like I said, my VR headset is acting weird, and I don't feel like dealing with it or trying to fix it. Also, I'm kind of doing this strictly because I'm bored, and I wanted to get on VR, but I didn't feel like getting into VR chat just yet. And when I was going through YouTube, I saw this. I was like, "Hey, this would be a kind of interesting video to do something." And so, since I can't read, this is kind of like the only would you rather thing I can do on my YouTube channel. Maybe a thing, may not be a thing. We actually will probably skim through. This is a different person's YouTube channel. This person, I actually do remember watching this guy. It's actually pretty interesting. Is that Would You Rather Weapon Edition? Yeah. Also, they do superpower stuff too, by the way. So let's get to it. This is also superpower, so this fits perfectly with this YouTube channel. I want to make sure I have more superhero stuff for you guys, because this is a superhero YouTube channel. There's also a lot of other things too, but it's also a superhero YouTube channel where I talk about my universe or other things, or I do other things superhero related.
Hello everyone, welcome to our Quizbox channel. Today, we have an exciting Would You Rather.
Oh, I guess you could say this is a VR reaction video, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's a VR reaction video. I'm saying that because a lot of YouTubers say it's a VR reaction or just a reaction in itself, and I think it's strictly because if you don't, it just people think this guy's stealing this, making videos on this guy's content because he's trying to steal his views. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just bored. I am. I'm just bored and I feel like doing something, and I was like, you know what? Let's record. So yeah, this is strictly bored, but yeah, this is technically a reaction video. Technically doing a Would You Rather. So it's both at the same time. Reaction Would You Rather video.
The quiz for you, focusing on amazing superpowers. Before we start, don't forget to click like button and subscribe for more awesome content.
You heard them.
Are you ready? Let's get started.
Do it for this channel too if you like it.
Would you prefer to have the power of flight or the power of invisibility at will?
Now I know there's a timer, but they give you way, well, they don't give you enough time. So I'm gonna pause, and I actually want to extrapolate all of this. So complete control over invisibility or flight. I gotta think about this. Okay. So since some of these are beneficial in some ways, let me just say this right here. So flight, in my opinion, with my life, okay, this is just for my opinion, is way more beneficial than turning invisible. Yes, it would be cool for me to go up to my brother or Gosha and be like, hey, just poke him, or he just know it's me, like, where are you? Come here. And he's just grabbing the air. I'm just at his stairs, just like turning invisible, just like, hi. I would do that. It would be fun. But it does not help you with transportation. Yes, I could technically get away with going through transportation, as in I could technically get on a bus whenever I want to, get on a train whenever I want to. Man, I could probably get on a plane whenever I want to and go to Hawaii or something. But here's the thing, that still requires me to walk. In the bus that I live, there's a bus like right outside my house. Like literally a bus station right outside my house. So in other words, because there's a bus station right outside of it, that means that I can easily just get on a bus, but also no one actually uses it. So the bus wouldn't stop unless the bus saw someone standing there. What they usually don't. They usually see me. Well, they usually will see me probably, but rarely anyone goes there. So that means I would have to get there on a lucky day. Flight is just all around. It's great for me. I can fly. I can go to distance. Yes, I have the fear of heights, but with this, I could conquer it. I would just fly up, and I'll keep on going higher and higher. Just breathe in, breathe out. I'll be like, okay. Remember, Javon, you can fly now. That means you do not have to be fear of falling. And by the way, not everyone who has the fear of heights is not just about falling. It's a lot of other things, and maybe I'll make a video talking about the fear of heights itself, like a little short, just to be like, hey, this is a little stuff about fear of heights. But flight. I'm picking flight.
If you could choose, would you want superhuman strength or superhuman speed?
Okay, so this is kind of a more of an enhanced thing again. So again, I have to pick. I'm picking usefulness. Okay, I'm picking usefulness in my life. Super strength. I don't think I do anything in my life that requires me to have super strength. I don't. And honestly, I think a lot of my friends would say that I should never have super strength, like ever. For many reasons. Mostly because I would be a menace to society. I really would. I would be a menace to society. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to have to pick super strength. Also, again, I don't have anything I do that would make super strength useful. Yes, you guys could say I could go save lives. I could go stop banks. But the problem with that is that, again, I don't have a car. I don't have a driver's license. I don't have anything. So in other words, I have my legs and a bike that barely works and another bike that doesn't work. I would be the worst superhero of all time that would walk up in there and just be like, I am here. And just be like, 5,000 people are already dead, man. Where were you? I had to bike all the way here. Where's your car? I don't have a driver's license. You're the worst superhero ever. I know. Go home. Can't believe I biked 5,000 miles for this. Now, super speed. Oh yeah, I can save lives with super speed. Oh yeah, definitely. I want to make videos on the different versions of superpowers and how superpowers work. Oh god, I want to so badly. Oh my god, I swear to god, when I get a computer and a mic and I can get a green screen, oh my god, I swear to god I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be so much fun. Oh my god. Okay, but super speed is very helpful. One, yes, I can save lives. And depending on which form of speedster powers it is, technically I could do different things. If you guys don't know, there's different versions of it. I'll even say them right now. First of all, the Flash, like everyone knows. Flash, he can phase, he can shoot, he can throw lightning, he can run on lightning, he can run up walls. Well, that's a basic speedster thing. Is someone behind me? Okay, no one's behind me. Fucking Christ, I thought I heard a voice behind me, and that's the reason why I fucking paused. I was like, actually, just in case, if there's a person behind me, understand this. If you can't hold me down, and you're about to do something, I have several forms of sticks in my room. No doors are closing, so I think I'm good. I think I'm just hearing things. Back to what I was saying. Then there's Quicksilver. Basically, like I said, he just has super speed. He doesn't have any other cool mechanics, and also the slow motion thing. Like that's for all speedsters. Then there's Neon Speed, and that's kind of like you get several type of weapon mechanics and other shit. It also gets you blast, but that's also a flash ability you can do. I'm gonna pick super speed regardless, because either one of them I can still run super fast, and I don't need to take any rides anymore. Yes! Super speed.
Would you rather be able to read people's minds or control their thoughts?
Oh my god, it's the great conundrum! This is a question that everyone should be asking people, not, oh, would you rather have, what's the normal question people ask all the time with superpowers? Would you rather have the power to fly or the power to I don't know, run fast or something like that? And they're usually basing it off of their favorite heroes. Now, this is a conundrum right here. The other two were kind of easy. I already knew what I was going to pick. I just wanted to extrapolate why I was picking them. Okay, read people's minds or control someone's thoughts. Okay. Both of these are kind of useful, so I'm kind of need to debate on this now. Okay, reading people's mind is kind of useful. Not because of I can work at like a government agency or something like that and be like, he's lying. He didn't murder those 3 people. Well, I've talked about murder a lot. Or like, yeah, he did rob that bank. But also, no one would be able to believe you unless you showed it. Also, hold up, does he say I have control over it?
Would you rather be able to read people's minds or control their thoughts?
I'm just gonna highly assume you can control this, turning this off and on. Yeah. And there's things I would like to know from my friends' minds or from other people. Like, I would morally use it on my friends. Also on probably some other people. Just to see what's really going on in their heads. Because there's some people in this world I've actually questioned what are they thinking. And some of my friends, I think I know already what they're thinking about. Especially if the first that they saw was me. Now, control someone's mind. Ooh. Now, that's like, why would you need to read someone's mind? You can control someone to tell you it. Yes. True. At the end of the day, I could do a lot of things with that. For instance, I could technically walk into a bank and say, give me $1,000, and they would just give me $1,000. And I say, you will forget all of this when I leave this building, and when I do, you will count to 10 before it turns off. I'm pretty sure I'll still go to jail for that, can I? Or you can see how much I'm financially struggling since I have talked a lot about money. I can't think of anything I could do to control someone's mind. Like, what would be beneficial to control someone's mind? The only thing I could think about that would allow me to control their mind is I can get free stuff. For instance, I control, like, I can technically with this power, me and my friends, we could be at a hotel for years. We could be at a hotel for days. Like my brother could literally pick me up, and he would just like, we could all go to the hotel, like, so we could spend a few nights over there or whatever, and then we leave and be like, hey, we were never here. Just like mind wipe them. No, that would be a cool, like, yeah, that's practically what I would use mind control for. I would just use it to tell people to give me things, or if I really wanted something. Because if I'm financially struggling, and obviously I do with a lot of stress, I would like to get some stuff. Also, I'd probably use it for, actually, this can help me with YouTube. I'm picking mind control now. See how quickly it switched?
If given a choice, would you teleport anywhere instantly or travel through time to any point in history?
Oh, God, I thought the other one was tricky. This one is. What's the power again?
If given a choice, would you teleport anywhere instantly or travel through time to any point in?
Okay, teleport anywhere instantaneously. That is pretty much what teleportation is. You teleport and you move through time, and you teleport and you go to certain places. Teleportation instantaneously. Okay. So that means you're not making a portal, right? It says instantaneous. That means it's just a teleport. It's like transportation. So yeah, I guess I can also probably grab someone, because regular teleportation, you can grab people. Like, if they're holding on to you, they teleport with you. So I guess they will come with. So again, it's a great way of transportation. Time travel. I would go forward in time. Why would I not go back in time? A reason for anyone who is black, they will tell you. Racism and slavery is a high point. I do not like talking about any of that on my YouTube channel because it gets to political statements and other things, and I hate it. But I will say, for this question alone, I'm not picking this. I'm not picking it because of that. I would only go to the future to get technology, like see what's in the future, and honestly, I probably would steal it and then come back to the past. Also, there's the whole thing about if you go back in time and you like step on a butterfly, you could alter the time of history itself. And it says you can go back in time. It doesn't say you go back in time and you know everything. So that means that I wouldn't know where I can step, where I can go. I would accidentally mess the timeline so hard, and I would not know where to go to fix it. No, teleportation.
History. Would you rather have the ability to heal others or instantly heal yourself?
Okay, so are you selfish or are you kind? That's basically what that is. Are you selfish or are you kind? So I can only heal others, or I can only heal myself. Hear me out. Hear me out. I would pick this because I would purposely hit myself. And technically the damage would be reversible. But also, I'm going to say this right now. I rarely get hurt. Physically. I rarely get hurt physically. There was only one incident that I remember, and there's one incident my mom remembers, but I don't. My mom said that apparently I stacked a bunch of boxes when I was a kid because I thought it was Spider-Man, and apparently I leaped off, I jumped off. I am actually having flashback memories now as I'm saying this. And I jumped off, I fling my hands like a Spider-Man. Apparently I had to get a bunch of stitches under my neck because I fell and I ripped it off or something. I'm now starting to get a little bit of flashes of something like this when I think I remember I called my mom's name because I wanted to show her because I actually thought I was going to become Spider-Man. So, yeah, I'm actually remembering that. Also, I accidentally crashed on the bike. My shoelace was untied, and before I saw it was going into the release, I tried to stop the brakes, but it sucked it in, and then I crashed, I fell, I couldn't use my hands for a few days. There's actual videos on YouTube of me having an injury on my hand, or me having my hands wrapped for a while, actually. So if you guys want to go back and find those videos, you can, but there were a lot of videos, and I do still have pictures of what my hands look like. But other than that, I don't feel pain, physical pain, usually. So, this power is useless to me. Because it's not like I am in a fighting ring every single time. This would be great for someone who's fighting, like a boxer, or a wrestler or something. They don't feel pain, so technically do your worst. Heal others. I would pick heal others. Why? Because I care about my friends. I care about all of them. And if anything bad happened to them, I would break down and cry. So if I had this power, I would be able to heal my friends, and I'm going to be like, you better not die on me. Don't you die on me. I will beat the healing into them. You know, like when people from, like, you see those videos of people in church and they say, I will put the holy God in your soul. I'm going to put the holy light. But also, technically healing someone, you don't need to touch them. This doesn't really explain it, so yeah. Also, technically, if it's making, like, I could shoot a healing beam or make a healing light ball or something like that, then in that case, I could technically learn how to fight. I could make, like, a construct weapon that doesn't really hurt you. Also, watching, the wrong way to use healing magic, I can still fight somebody without hurting them. Because technically, I don't have to worry about ever physically hurting them, because they would be healed as I punch them. I develop it into my fist. Just watch The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. Trust me, you'll love it.
Protect your dream home.
Looking good.
Under our roof. American Family Insurance.
I forgot ads.
Would you choose to breathe underwater or fly without any equipment?
Okay, everyone, there was an ad, and I forgot that I don't have money, so I don't have anything to pay to not have ads. I kind of forgot about that. And yes, you guys are right. We have been watching videos and streams. This is the first time ads have come up. So, yeah, that's because this is a YouTube video. I don't think they put those in, like, movie stuff. Like, stuff to intro the movie. I can't remember. I can't remember. So, there's a little cutscene. Okay, so yeah.
Yourself.
Oh yeah, guys, comment down below what you pick too. So, if you guys want to tell me a whole reason, you can. But yeah, comment down below. Tell me what you guys are picking. No, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it! Where am I?
Instantly heal yourself.
This is gonna be a long video.
Would you choose to breathe underwater or fly without any equipment?
Yes, I'm doing all of these.
Would you choose to breathe underwater or fly without any equipment?
This is fine. They put that in the first one, didn't they? Yeah, they put that in the first one. So why would I pick it again? Also, breathing underwater. I can't swim, so I guess that would work. I could barely swim, so I guess if I went underwater and if I couldn't breathe, I would just sink down. Well, if I could breathe underwater, I would just, I guess, sink, and then I could just walk underwater and go back up to land. But also, is it that I can breathe underwater and see underwater, or can I only breathe underwater? We're just gonna say you can see underwater as well, because usually if you can breathe then underwater, that means you can see underwater. So that means I'm like, I can walk. Now, someone who can swim, this would actually be cool, because then they can just swim around and they don't really need to have any type of scuba gear. They can just... I would advise for no one to go to the deepest part of the oceans, because this does not mean that you're protected. Okay, you're not part of Atlantis. You're just a man who can't, like, you're a man who can breathe underwater. You go to the bottom of the ocean, the pressure, like the deepest part of the oceans, the pressure will crush you like a tin can. So, no. Also, stay away from shark-infested waters. I'm gonna pick... whatever, I'm gonna pick flying again. I don't know why they put flying in here again.
Would you prefer to have telekinesis, move objects with your mind, or telepathy, communicate with minds?
Okay, so move objects or communicate with objects. So, I said communicate with objects. Communicate with people, I'm assuming. So, telekinesis or... Not pyrokinesis, that's fire control. Again, another thing that can help me fly, because technically I can move myself. I am technically an object. So I can't... Also, it's stuff you can move with your mind. I can move myself. Come talk to people. Okay, so by the way, last time we were talking about control. Communicate with people's minds. That means you're having a straight conversation with someone. But my friends, we have great communication. And yeah, we kind of like our silence, so... Also, they would be kind of annoyed and they would probably beat me. In a friend way, it's like going to be friendly, but still, they're going to probably beat me for it. Because I'm going to be like, I'm going to just keep on talking in their mind, and because they're going to like, be quiet. I'll be like, talking in their mind, like, okay. It's like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. Okay, but, that's my friend Katie all around. I'm gonna have to pick telekinesis. It's a cool power. You can move stuff with objects. Technically, I can make a force field.
Would you rather shapeshift into any animal or any person?
Okay, so this is more of, do you want to do identity theft or do you want to be an animal? Because that's what that is. Would you rather commit the most highest powerful version of identity theft, or would you rather have the power to shapeshift into an animal? I'm gonna have to pick. I don't want to be a person because, again, identity theft. That's an actual real law, and it's very real in America. So, in other words, I would be fucked. It would be the one power that I can never use, because if they get offended, or I say something in them, or anything like that, they will sue me for identity theft, and they will sue me for identity theft. But also, I could technically just break out of the prison, because I could just mask myself as the guards, and then leave the prison. But then I could never see my friends ever again. This is all bad. I would choose shapeshift into an animal. Because guess what? Do you know what that means? This power is always changing. If I shapeshift into a dragon, I would instantly shapeshift into a dragon. Because real animals, right? If I shapeshift into a dragon, that means the animal is real. That means dragons are real. Also, I get to shapeshift back. I kind of didn't want to pick this, though. I kind of want to do this, but again, this is illegal, and this is legal. Because when I see people shapeshift into animals and stuff, it just looks like it hurts. I swear to God, look at anyone who shapeshifts into an animal. I swear to God, it just looks painful. Like, it just looks painful. But yeah, also, again, we're discovering new animals every single day. And also, it says animals that are real. It doesn't say animals that are living and existing. So in other words, I can transform into any animal. We have prehistoric animals I can change to. I can already hear my friend screaming, change into a T-Rex already. Because one of my friends loves dinosaurs, and so she would tell me to transform into certain dinosaurs. She would show me a picture and tell me to change into them. I would become the accurate version of that animal. So, and she would just do it to prove theories, like, change to this, because they say this has fur. That's actually a conversation we have actually had. So, animal. I'll pick animal. It's fun, it's humorous, I can run around. I just need to make sure I'm not around animal control, and I'm good, you know? Also, not around the zoo, or anyone to take me to the zoo. And also, probably bring a fresh pair of clothes every single time, because if it's the way werewolves do it, then I'm going to need a lot of pair of clothes. And carry in another book bag.
Would you prefer to be invisible or have the ability to see through walls?
Hear me out. Just hear me out. I'm joking. I'm not gonna pick see through walls because that is too much power. That is too much power for me and any person. Also, what am I gonna do? It's useless. I'd rather turn invisible. Also, you don't know the question that. Well, I was about to say, would you rather be a perv or be a perv? Technically, both of these powers can be used for perv. So, for perving, I guess, would you rather be able to perv by using your eyes or turning invisible? I'm gonna be honest, anyone who has this power, they're going to look through someone's clothes. Like, you have this power, you're going to look through someone's clothes one time. Or a few, depending on who you are. You're going to do it one time, or a few. Let's be honest. Now, again, yes, you could like, oh, put your hand through the wall. I mean, not put your hand through the wall. Put your hand on the table and be like, watch. I could guess the numbers that are on my hands right now. And then they're going to look on the table like 2, 3. Yeah. like, I guess you could do it like Supergirl does as well, where she can go through people, because that's technically what Superman does. Like, that's a Kryptonian thing where they can expand their vision. But again, they don't use it that much, and it makes sense because they have to see far and they can fly. We're talking about this power, so no. And we're gonna pick but also turning invisible. Again, I can get on buses and trains without zero problems. Also, I really hope it's the invisible where anything that is touching me turns invisible, because I'm not stripping naked and I will not remove my book bag for any reason.
Would you choose to control fire or control water?
You can fly both of these. I'm just gonna say this right now. You can fly both of these. Well, it says control fire or control water. So that means you have to be near it to control it. You can't summon it, you control it. Okay, so let me think here. I live in Minnesota. We get snow a lot. Like a lot. We get more snow than summer, if you really think about it. So water would be the best choice, since snow is water, ice is water. So technically, yeah. And also, water is very important to the human body. And there's always like a water fountain or a fountain or a fountain or something that has water everywhere around the city or around the neighborhood or towns. Fire. I'm not near fire. Not just because I don't like fire, it's because, well, I don't like fire being near me because for some reason on my skin, it feels like it's burning from the inside and I don't like the feeling, so I just stay away from fire. So one, I wouldn't use this power regardless if I had or not. But also, I'm not near fire enough for me to use it, and there's nothing fire related that happens around me. So, in other words, someone actually would have to start a fire. Like, I guess the only fire thing I'm next to is a stove, but why would I manipulate it? It's meant to cook. It's doing its job. I don't know why. So, water. I would pick water.
Would you rather speak and understand all languages or talk to animals?
Okay, so speak and understand all language. So I'm able to speak it and understand it. So I can speak. Sorry guys, I'm having mucus right now and it's not coming out for some reason. But I can speak like Portuguese or something. Oh, I can tell that all these were made by AI, by the way. Understand animals. Yeah, that would be fun. I do live in a place currently right now that has a lot of animals, so it wouldn't be cool. But also, I'll be like, who said that? A deer walks up to me slowly. I was like, oh, hi. I'll be kind of freaked out a little bit because I'm talking to a deer. Well, by the way, yeah, I do live in an area where deers do run around. Sometimes, I rarely see them, but they are here. Also, I could talk to the turkeys. Well, I would, but I'm scared of them because I feel like they're going to attack me. So, yeah, I could talk to animals. So I could talk to household pets. So, yeah, and so it's not a power I can commonly use every single day, but it would be cool. Understand all languages. I am not friends with anybody who speaks not the American language. And not because I'm against them, it's because a lot of people here who come to America I have met them where they have learned the English language. So it's not like I knew them before they learned English or anything like that. So, yeah, I've never been in a position where I didn't... Actually, no, that's a lie. I actually have one time. But that was one time. That was a long time ago. That doesn't happen again. So, yeah, talk to animals. It's fun.
Would you prefer to create force fields or generate electricity?
Okay, so Black Lightning or any person who has psychic powers, pretty much. So generate force fields or it generate electricity. Oh, these are really cool powers. Okay. I gotta logic this out, okay? What I've been doing for this entire thing. So, yeah, let's logic this out. Okay, guys, let's logic this out. So, generating electricity, cool, right? Means I can summon lightning from my hands. Like Black Lightning, I can control it. Also, it says generating, so I'm assuming that means I can shoot it out, I can absorb it. Probably, who knows? I'll probably test that out the first chance I got. Also, again, you can use this to fly. You guys are wondering how can you use this to fly? Technically, this is how you could do it. Also, technically, I can also make a force field too. Because if you generate electricity from your body, that means that you can use the ions from electricity around your body. And if you guys don't know, the human body does have a form of electricity. So if you expand it and you use it from the outside of your body as well, expanding it all over your body, you can use that electricity to move it and to make you fly. Also, technically, if you control the atoms and electricity enough, you could make a force field. So technically, with this power, I can have this. But with a lot more stuff. Making a force field would be cool. Like just straight up making a force field. But also, I would just do it to show off. Oh wait, I can make force. Wait. Lightning, I can only make a force field around me because I would have to do it in my own direction. Force fields, okay, hear me out, okay? I can walk on air. I can walk on water. I can technically make a solid surface to protect myself. I can make a force field around me in any object, and if I can move it as I am making the force field and I control it, that means I have the power to throw it. Okay. Now this is where true science comes in. So if I'm able to throw the force field, that means I'm able to hit someone with it. That means if I'm able to develop it around my fist, I can when I take boxing lessons in the future, this will become handy. That means that this would be very beneficial because not only do I not take damage, I also can just move around. So, this is incredibly useful. I'm still picking electricity up.
Would you rather control the weather or control plant life?
Technically, if you control the weather, does that mean you control wildlife? But, okay, we'll say if we control weather, right? This is going to be a real easy one for me. Controlling the weather means I can make it not rain, not snow, not... snow. I think we all know what I'm about to pick. Controlling nature is beautiful in a way. And I have made a superhero who can control nature. So I can make vines. I can basically do what Poison Ivy does and make it grow. Make it grow. This sounds like this can be taken a different way. I'm gonna choose control weather. I'm sorry. I hate the cold and yeah. Snow doesn't do anything for Minnesota anyways.
If you could, would you grow to giant size or shrink to a tiny size?
So I'm assuming this means like I grow giant size and then I turn back normal, or I go small size, turn back normal. Okay, there's not much you can do. Small. Turning giant, I would probably pick this. Because again, imagine if I could just, instead of drowning, I could just walk on the water. No, not walk on the water, but you know what I mean. I can just walk around. turning small, technically I can get to a lot of stuff. I drop a lot of things, so. But also that means you're more easier to get stepped on. You can't get stepped on being big, you can be stepped on getting small though. So I'm gonna choose getting big. That was a very terrible way to say that sentence.
Would you rather have super intelligence or super luck?
So, super intelligent or super luck? So, I'm smart. I'm a genius. Right? I know everything. I know all the things. I know how to do certain things. I know how to build my own stuff, right? Still, you need money or access to a junkyard or some form of old technology or something, right? So, in other words, a power that's not really useful to me. Now, super luck means that everything goes my way. But also, again, there's a good part of it. You see, that means some people around me will get bad luck if I use it too much and I abuse the powers. So that means that I will take luck because I wouldn't abuse it to my advantage, but I would make some crazy stuff happen to me. Like a lot of things that are happening right now include, but also with money, I can accidentally $15 billion were sent to my bank account. That sounds fun.
Would you prefer to duplicate yourself or duplicate any object?
Duplicate yourself or duplicate any object. Oh my god, as an artist, the duplication of any object, it sounds so good. But also duplicate yourself sounds good as well. But my friends are already screaming, no! I don't know what I would do with more of me. And I'm assuming all these are reversible, so you can just deduplicate. Was always the base power. You can always deduplicate. But also, if this saying like you duplicate and that duplication of yourself exists and lives, so that means that since it exists and it lives, I'm gonna have to kill myself, and I'm going to have a lot of mental trauma from that. Because there's a lot of things about people cloning themselves through a machine or having the power to clone yourself, and the fact you may not be able to reverse the cloning. So I would be way too scared to use it because I would be like, I would have to kill myself. Like, actually have to kill myself. I would have to kill my clone to, and then wait, would they throw me in jail for murder? If it was murdering myself? Or would they throw me in a psych ward for suicide? We're not gonna get into that. I'm gonna choose duplicating object because I could get an art book and copy it like 15,000 times. I can make a comic book, and I really want to. I plan to do it in the future at some point. And I can literally be my own printing press. Just boom, 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 boom. 15,000 copies. I picked this because this helps me as an artist in many ways, shape, or form.
Would you choose to be invincible or have the power to regenerate from any injury?
Okay. So basically, Wolverine, or I can't think of a superhero who is interested. Luke Cage. So Wolverine or Luke Cage, that's what it's saying right now. Okay, indestructible bodies, we know that from Luke Cage that you still age. Is this that you're indestructible? So technically I can punch a brick wall, I'm indestructible. But I can still feel the little inches of pain. But also that means I do age still. Wolverine here, generation. So the thing that kills you with aging is like, other stuff. So if we're talking about like Wolverine style generation, then that means that I live for many, many years. I live forever pretty much. Because if you got that's actually a thing we don't really people talk about. Because people say like, oh, Wolverine lives for like thousands and thousands of years. But we've seen Wolverine as a child and then we saw Wolverine as an adult. And then he stays an adult for the rest of his life. So did he get his powers when he became an adult? Because we saw that he activated his powers as a child, and then he grew up as an adult. So does that mean that he aged slower? That's probably it. He probably aged slower than any human being living. So yeah, also, regeneration, I don't get hurt that much, so this would be useless. So, I think we all knew I was going to pick, not taking any damage, because then that assures that I will never be hurt ever again, physically. I can never be hurt, ever.
Would you rather see the future or change the past?
Again, I'm not changing the past, because again, there's a whole thing about changing the past, where you could change, where everything happens for a reason. And if you could change the past, that means that, you could... Okay. Say, for instance, and sorry for anyone who actually has lost a pet. Say you have a pet or a best friend, right? Or anything that you truly care about, right? You changed the time, and that prevented something to happen that prevented your best friend from being born. Like, oh, I stopped World War II. So now your great grandfather didn't mate with this person and then had a kid that led to you, so now you're not born no more. It's terrifying when you think about it. But then like a different logical point of it where like say if you could stop the Titanic, right? And this says change the timeline, so that means you change it to something that you want. I don't go there, I just fix it. Like I stopped the Titanic. And if you guys watch a Supernatural, there's an episode where you do see what happens. The world has a lot of people in the world because no one died from the Titanic. So technically saying like, oh yeah, I stopped World War II, World War III, World War I, all that stuff. Yeah. Now, personally saying this, I would probably just use this on myself. So all the timelines within this, again, everything that happens, we don't know what changes it. Maybe this makes me not become not make a superhero, not do a YouTube channel. All those things. Me making myself have a better childhood, makes me not meet any of my friends or my brother. It's terrifying to think about. Now, seeing the future, I can literally pick the winning lottery tickets every single time and win. That's the literal thing everyone says about seeing the future. Oh, I can just win the lottery every single time. Yeah, I would pick the well, yeah. Also, I would just see my future. Also, that means I can, if something happens, I'll be like, okay, whatever. I don't care if it happens. So, yeah. So basically, I wouldn't change it. If I saw the future, I wouldn't try and change it. I wouldn't try to stop it. I would just accept it. But if I saw winning lottery tickets, I'm definitely going to use it. See the future.
Would you prefer to absorb others' powers or neutralize others' powers?
Okay, so this is more on the role of this is a world with superheroes. So would I have the power to neutralize people's powers? So basically take them away. Or what was the other option?
Would you prefer to absorb others' powers or neutralize others' powers?
Or absorb all of your power. So basically, is that basically all for one's power? Or is it one for all? I forget. They tend to have the same meaning, but they have different powers. I think it's one for all? Or is it all for one? I think it's all for one. Yeah, that's all for one's power. Able to absorb other people's powers. So basically, I'll be able to take so many people's powers, and I would technically become a god. Or neutralize people's powers means I don't have any other powers than to take away someone's, like, destroy their powers. Their powers don't exist no more. I don't have them, they don't have them. It's gone. Never to come back. No, because your powers get somewhere emotionally connect with you. That's the thing that people don't understand about superpowers. Superpowers get emotionally connect with you, and so that's the reason why when you see people who lost their abilities, they are sad, they're upset, and they're broken because they just lost a piece of their self. So I wouldn't do that to people because that sounds really bad, and that would probably cause a lot of anxiety issues. I would absorb their powers. I wouldn't become a god. I would just give it back if they wanted it back. And I would be like, oh, I have my phone with it. Here you go.
Would you rather emit powerful sonic...
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. No, that's unreversible. I just realized. Whatever I picked, so I wouldn't be able to give back the powers. I would just keep it constantly, forever. I wouldn't be able to give back the powers. Or maybe I would. Who knows?
screams or create powerful energy blasts.
So release powerful screams. So Banshee or make powerful energy blasts. Anyone who has power, energy manipulation. I rarely scream, so no, especially since it hurts my fucking vocal cords. Yeah, energy blast. Why not? There's no reason for it. There's no reason for anything. I have nothing to complex for that.
Would you choose to turn invisible or phase through solid objects?
What's up with them invisible? That's like the third time we saw that. Phase through objects or turn invisible. What's up with them being invisible? Phase through objects. That's useful. I have no logical reasoning for that. It's just useful. We all know why. You phase through objects, you can't be trapped in somewhere. I can control it, so whatever.
Would you rather control gravity or control magnetism?
So everything has an electrical pull, so technically I can always put a magnet on someone. Or control gravity. So basically, I make things float. I control gravity, so I can make something fall as faster than a meteor. So technically, that means it's always heavy. Or magnetism. I can make things connect to things. So that means I can make things bonded to each other. And as they're bonded, I can also separate them. Technically, that's a really cool power. Because everything has electrical field in some ways or another. So technically, I can have this works for everything. Gravity also works for everything. So I'm going to pick gravity.
Would you prefer to manipulate time, slow down, speed up, or manipulate reality?
So manipulate time, slow down, or speed up. That's literally like a superpower I made for a superhero before. And well, it's a little different, but you get the point. So this does not affect time very much, because technically you can slow down time or speed it up. And I'll have control over it. Or control reality. Reality. 2 reasons. I am an artist. I would like to see my art come to life. Also, guess what? Control reality. That means if I can make me a bunch of money, I can live in a pocket dimension and technically never have to pay rent, electricity, or anything, and just have the most powerful Wi-Fi known to man in all history. And I can do so much with this. This would help my entire life.
If given the power, would you create portals to other dimensions or other places on Earth?
So given the choice, would I rather make a portal to other dimensions or other places on the Earth? Saying if there's other dimensions, no. Because I don't want to be caught up in any type of war or anything. Also, there's like a giant thing people have made in movies and episodes that kind of gets me freaked out because like, oh, we saw someone go through a different dimension. Now we must spend our entire life figuring how to do it. And then they figure it out because of me, and now they're now trying to conquer my Earth because of it. There's like a lot of stuff there. Now, make portals to any place. Oh yeah, most definitely. My brother would love that. He would love that ability. He also would ask me to do it. I can already imagine a scene like we want to go to the beach. He was like, "Hey, make a portal to Angie's house." Fuck. I did not mean to say that name. Whatever, barely anyone comments on my video, so or make a portal to other people's house, make a portal to Ghost's house. We already met him. We make a portal to the and take us to this place. We could spend a day in anywhere in the world. We could all go to Hawaii, actually. Hold up.
Would you choose telekinetic flight or super agility?
I'm gonna choose agility again. They keep on giving us the flying option. It's like they keep on giving these basic options. They keep on giving us flying, turning invisible, other stuff. I'm picking agility. Okay, just because I'm tired of picking flight. Jesus Christ.
Would you rather emit light beams or emit darkness?
So, emit light beams or emit darkness. So, basically, I control the darkness or I control the light. All hail the light. If you guys have not seen a single Yu-Gi-Oh episode in your life, you do not know that reference. You will all witness the light. That's pretty much what it's saying. So, regularly that means that I can become light, I can shoot light beams. Again, this is some form of flying as well. And other forms of things. I can create different type of light projectiles. Darkness, I can become the shadows. I can move around. I can grab people and pull them into the darkness. I can make weapons. Technically, I could do that with light too. I can throw darkness balls. I can throw light balls. I'm trying to think. I can move in between the shadows. And technically, I could be everywhere and nowhere. I kind of gassed up darkness powers a little bit too hard now, because now I want to pick shadows. I'm gonna pick darkness. Sorry, guys.
Would you prefer to manipulate ice or manipulate metal?
Manipulate ice or manipulate metal. First of all, I'm assuming that's the metal thing. That does not look like metal. That's the problem with using AI prompts sometimes. So only manipulate ice or only manipulate metal. There is no way I can loop that around. So that means I can create it too. So that means manipulation. Some forms of the ways you can't create it, because that is a form of manipulation. But again, I hate coldness. Why would I pick ice? I'm going to pick metal. Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I'm picking metal manipulation. Also, we're in timeline era where basically a lot of things are starting to become metal. So solely that makes me a god eventually in the future.
Would you choose to stretch your body to any length or shape, or become invulnerable?
We already got this one. Okay, new rule: when they give us the same power again, we're forced to pick the other one. Also, stretching your body is not that bad.
Would you rather turn anything you touch into gold, or turn anything you touch into stone?
I would like neither. My love language and friend language is physical touch. So I would like neither. None of these are beneficial to me. And people are going to say, oh, you could pick gold. Again, whatever you touch turns to gold. Whatever you touch turns to stone. You can never hug your mom. You can never hug your sister. You can never hug your family again. You can never high five your friends again. You can never touch your console again. You can never play another game again. You technically can't touch a doorknob or your house. So, either way, these powers are terrible. It would be a curse. Everyone, for anyone who thinks, oh, you could shut it off. Always, they said it. Always. That means that whatever you touch will turn into these objects. So that means your car, if you drive a car, doesn't matter. Whatever you care about, if it can, you will get this. Okay? Also, people who says, and the people who are going to say like, oh, well, you can put on gloves. There's a lot of people who put on gloves to cancel out their powers. First of all, I don't know how the fuck they do that, first of all. Second of all, your gloves would become the material because it's an object. I don't know how they get that to happen. I don't know how that works. I will do further research on that. But for now, I'm saying no. I'm not picking this. You guys can pick one if you want. Tell me you guys what your reason, but I'm not picking it. No.
Would you choose to breathe fire or breathe underwater?
We have this one again. Breathe fire, I guess. That sounds really bad. I'm picking breathe underwater. I don't care. Breathing fire would be bad because I could accidentally do that and I can set someone on fire. So, breathe underwater.
Would you prefer to create any object out of thin air or transform any object into something else?
Okay. So, create something out of thin air. So, basically, I could make my superhero characters or my suits out of thin air, or make any form of tech I make out of thin air. And I do have an invention book, and I would really like to go in there and do that type of stuff again. So, yeah, maybe I will at some point. So, yeah, it does seem like that seems really, again, the artist in me makes it beneficial. Also turn anything into something. So that means I can turn something into anything. Say, for instance, I had rubble. Or dirt, or garbage. I could turn that into diamonds. Or gold and pay and just pawn it off and sell it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or technically I could always have I could always have the newest console when they make one. Like I could take a giant rock and then turn it into the newest console. A lot of people are gonna say yes to that now. I'm gonna pick this. Create something out of nothing. So that means that out of thin air, I can make whatever I want. So technically, I could do this with this without me needing an object. I don't need... This one requires me to have something to turn into something. This does not require anything to turn into something. So that means I could just take it from my phone or make it out of thin air and just like... Oh.
Would you rather communicate with machines or communicate with the dead?
I don't want to communicate with machines because that's going to make me believe that the world war is going to happen because these robots are going to... Also, there's the whole thing about you accidentally talk to robots, and when you talk to them, you kind of make them understand that they are the apex, and then like, oh, now they start taking over and it's all your fault. Now, talk to the dead... Now this makes it look terrifying, but actually, I'm actually gonna pick talk to the dead, and there's a reason for it. And this is actually pretty sad. No, I keep it happy and joy, but I'm just gonna make it a little bit fast and quick for you guys can understand. A long time ago, I had a girlfriend and she passed away. It was actually very upsetting, and I was very broken for a long period of time. This was way before I was doing YouTube. Actually, no, I think I was doing YouTube at the time, actually. No, wait, I think I was just drawing superheroes at the time. Maybe, who knows. Either way, I was broken and destroyed from the inside out, so I would pick Talk to the Dead, because if she's around, I could talk to her again. I can ask her what I'm supposed to do and ask her for some advice and help. I highly doubt looking at people in the dead, they look like this, bones, because that's more them coming to life and being just bones and stuff. And I would hope not, because I would be actually terrified and I would hate myself. But also, I wouldn't talk to robots regardless. Maybe the next power would be a little more happy, joyful.
Would you choose to create powerful illusions or become completely undetectable?
Powerful illusions. Powerful illusions. Why? Again, do you guys understand the videos you would get with all these art type? The reason why I say artist type stuff, because imagine if I can do this for my videos. I would just record myself showing you guys the superheroes or making these abstract fight scenes all the time. I could literally make an illusion of an entire fight scene around me, where you guys are seeing this fight scene play out like a movie, and you guys would be able to comment on how you guys want it to end, or how you guys want it. I would do that. I would stream it. I would just be like, okay, guys, wait, hold up. And I would have someone reading me the stuff, and they'll be like, oh, wait. You said that you want the superhero to bash the guy's head in through a building. We'll see how that looks. Also, again, I can see my superhero suits like in full form. So basically, I can show my friends how I truly imagine what these superheroes look like outside of the drawings. And oh my god, it would be so cool. I could have the inventions and everything. And just be like... Also, again, illusions, I can make more of me and then remove them. So that solves the culling process. The culling problem I had.
Would you prefer to teleport only yourself or teleport others at will?
So, only teleport yourself or only teleport others? Now, this is where I can't say me and my friends can go somewhere. Because technically it's they leave me or I go without them. I guess myself. There's a lot of places I want to go. There's a lot of places I want to see, and if I can see them in a matter of instance, I would. My friends, they're cool, right? But I kind of want to see some places, and they don't understand. They would do the same thing.
Would you rather transform into a mythical creature or a legendary hero?
Mythical. I was about to say mythical creatures, then they said legendary hero. I was like, hold on. So wait, legendary hero. So you're basically saying turn to any person, any superhero from the comic books or from any form of superhero stuff, because those are all legendary heroes technically. So technically I could be Superman or any of them, and I just shapeshift into them. That means I have their powers. So that means every power in existence has been made. What sounds so cool, because I could actually be Superman. I could be the Flash. I could be my favorite superheroes. I can be Spider-Man. And without any of the drawbacks too. Well, I would have their drawbacks, I would have their defects, but I wouldn't have villains. I could just use these for fun. But mythical creatures, okay, hear me out. Now, mythical creatures, I love dragons. I believe dragons are real. I believe dragons are on the earth. They do exist. There are people like me. I'm not crazy, I swear. But to become a dragon, right? To become any of the mythical creatures. Any of the mythical creatures in the mythical pantheon. Any of them. Do you guys know that the Titans are technically mythical creatures? I could become a Titan. And I think they were made by God, if I remember correctly. I mean, not God. I think they're made by Zeus, I think. I don't know. I could become a Minotaur. A dragon, like I said. I'm picking mythical creature. Sorry. I'm sorry, heroes. I'm sorry. Wait. Actually, I pick heroes. Ultimate heroes. Because they're actual heroes that could no, mythical creatures. I already picked. It's already too late. I already picked. I'm not changing my answer.
Would you choose to control sound or control light?
Control sounds or control light. So, basically how people do with editing. But without the editing. So, again, this is something they already gave us. They already gave us control light. So, well, they said manipulate will become light. So basically able to manipulate. This is physically just manipulating light itself. So I don't harness it from my body. I manipulate it. That means I pull it towards me. I'll pull the light particles. That is useful. Manipulating sounds, technically, it would be great for video making. Because think about it. I can make my own sounds. All the creatures I make, I can always make a sound for them every single time. And think about it, someone else has the illusion powers, I can give it that massive sound. I could be like, they make the monster, then I make the sound. They're gonna be like, make it a little bit better. Like, okay. Strapling light, I could, but because I don't like the dark, so that does sound good. But I wouldn't have anything to do with this. Also, if you look purely into a light, like, you would become blind. You would become blind if I made it too bright. And I would probably accidentally make it bright. And I'll be like, God damn it, I think I'm blind. So, you know, I would pick sound. It would be cool. I don't need to pick overwhelming powers all the time. Also, this technically we already had that.
Would you prefer to manipulate emotions or manipulate memories?
Okay, so would you rather be a manipulator of all things or manipulate memories of all things? So basically, you manipulate people no matter what. I wouldn't manipulate emotions. There are times some of my friends would probably say I would probably want to manipulate emotions, but no. Including manipulate myself, because no. Manipulate memories, yeah, there's things I want to forget, but also the things that I remember, what made me me. So technically, like, say for instance, if you manipulated a memory and made it better, technically they could be more of a douchebag, because technically that pain that they had, that pain they're suffering, is what caused them to grow and be the person that you care about dearly. While messing with someone's emotion is something else. So I'm going to have to pick emotions, but I would never use the power. My throat hurts.
8 wings, 5 breadsticks, 2 pizzas, big dinner box.
We had another ad.
Would you rather run at super speed or never need to sleep? Would you rather run at super speed or never need to sleep?
Super speed, because that's kind of terrifying. Right there, that's terrifying.
Would you choose to fly like a bird or swim like a dolphin?
Again, with these flying powers, I would choose swimming like a dolphin. Because technically they breathe underwater. That solves the swimming problem and the breathing problem right there.
Would you prefer to mimic any sound or any voice perfectly?
So I can mimic any sound or any voice. So basically, a ventriloquist, or not a ventriloquist, I don't know what you call the people who mimic voices. So basically, I can just mimic anyone's voice, no matter what. That would be interesting for our music videos. I could talk like I can sing and talk like Shawn Mendes, but make any or manipulate any form of sound. Now that would be interesting. I would make a crazy sound and then I would like manipulate it. Oh, I gotta pick sound. Gotta pick it. I gotta pick it. I know there's something. I know that was already there, but whatever. I gotta pick it.
Would you rather become a ghost, intangible and invisible, or a vampire, immortal and powerful?
So it says become, so I'm permanent. So this is permanent, right? So I'm permanently a ghost. I'm permanently a vampire. Okay. I'm gonna pick not any of them because I don't want to be not in the sense of the choice of being a ghost. I don't want to be a ghost. Because that sounds very bad. Well, actually, yeah, no. My friends wouldn't let me pick this or have this power. They wouldn't. And I don't want to be a vampire because I will be attracted to blood eventually. Yes, you cannot drink blood, but this means I'm a full-blown vampire. So that means at some point, I will drink someone's blood eventually, and that is something I don't want.
Would you choose to summon objects to you or summon people to you?
I can feel the future right now. I can feel Marcus texting, you better not pick summoning people. Because I would summon him most likely. Oh my god, I would probably summon a few other people too. Well, is it kidnapping if you summon people with superpowers? Yeah, it is. Pulling objects, yes. Actually, I choose pulling objects because that's more fun and it's more safe. Technically, as long as nothing's in front of it.
Would you prefer to create fire or create ice?
So, two things I hate, and I have to pick one. If I'm actually forced to pick, okay, ice, because I have this theory for a while that people who are able to create ice from their body they don't feel the coldness at all. So, other words, ice would be handy.
Would you rather manipulate shadows or manipulate light?
Not only we have had these before, we've had this one also. Did they not think of anything else?
Would you choose to understand and speak all languages or decode any secret code?
Okay, we've had this, and I don't work in any business where that makes anything... Actually, this one, because then I can get a job in those businesses. I could be like, I have the power to decode and understand and break any code known to man, anything, and then they'll make me prove it, and then I would have a job.
Would you prefer to breathe in space or walk on water?
One, I don't want to be in space because, again, I have the fear of heights, and that is terrifying. And also there's a thing about so when you leave Earth's rotation, technically, to the people out of space, this is actually true, they be gone for they feel like they've been gone for a few days, while to us they've been gone for longer than that, and that's really scary. There's a lot of tragic trauma that happens with people. So, for instantaneously, a lot of people who come from space, their first time going to space, they have it's like a big giant trauma. I don't know how to explain it. But when they go to space, and they come back, they have a giant it's like anxiety of something, and it gets to them, and they take breaks. A YouTuber actually did get to go to space. And as he was going to space, and he came back, he did not upload videos because of this exact thing. So I'm going to actually pick Walk on Water. Also, a lot of my friends, we make Walking on Water Jesus jokes, so guess what? Hate me if you want, I don't care.
Would you rather generate infinite money or infinite food?
No! No! Why? Why do this to me? You bitch. I was about to pick money so fast, and I was like, or create any food. I summon any food to me. I'm like, there's no extrapolating this. There's no understanding this. I like food. Especially if I can have pizza, macaroni, or anything in my hand. Wait a minute. Is it... Do I pick if it's good or not? Or is it food? Like, it's basically the normal of what everybody likes. Because, I don't know. Also, honey bun is a food. Like... Okay. I'm gonna pick money, and the reason why is because, yes, I can make any food I want in the world, but, and there's a lot of food I want to try, and I'm crying mentally inside right now. Generate any money, I'm hoping this also means in my bank account, but generate any money, that means either physically or anything else, I can still buy I can still buy me the food. Also, I can also buy me drinks, because again, with me, drinks really pair with food a lot.
Would you choose to make anyone fall in love with you or make anyone obey you?
The fact that you can turn these off. I wouldn't make anyone fall in love with me because no. But make anyone obey me. So it's like technically you don't need to obey someone to do some things. I mean, you don't need to love someone to do something. So technically, like whatever. But obey, sure, okay, because it's people who I would actually use that on. Bad people. I want to make that clear right now. People who have I'm going to say this. People who have hurt me in some ways. I would do it to get back at them because I'm petty. So yeah, there's no way you can't use that for evil.
Would you prefer to control insects or control animals?
So, okay, last time we had talk to animals. So control animals or control insects. One, I hate bugs. So instantly now. Now control animals. Yeah, sure, why not? Well, there's no harm in it. I could just bring them here for me to pet.
Last one. Would you rather manipulate time, stop, rewind, fast forward, or manipulate matter, shape, transform?
Manipulate matter. Because again, I can manipulate matter and then create the things I want. I could literally make a full cosplay of my superhero suit. If you guys don't know, this is all me saying I want to cosplay me.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't need to. That's for people who actually watch this YouTube channel. That is not for here. But I will say thank you guys for watching this because this was actually really fun. I actually did have a lot of fun doing this. I'm surprised the recording didn't turn off at all for this. And yeah, guys, comment down below if you guys really love this video. I may do this again. I may do this weapon one, or we may do another superhero one. Just because, you know, these questions are kind of fun to do, and I generally love them. So yeah, see you guys later. Crimson Thunder out.